Well, hey there, and welcome to Homa Hangout. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good week number 5 this week, and we have got a load of games to go through. So we'll be checking out some of the newest games to hit the store. What is up in that chat? Good to see you all here. If you are new here, come and say hello. Don't be shy. We're meant to have a conversation today, and we're going to check out all the new hypercasual games that have come out in the store over the last week. There was a ton of interesting games this week. And we're going to play a few if we get time, which I'm sure we will. Kerry Green, what is up, sir? Good to see you here. Glad you could make it. A long time no speak. Hope you're doing good. So yeah, that's what's coming up. We're going to look at a load of new games. Going to check them out. Going to have a look at the screenshots, their app store listings, all of that good stuff. And then we're going to play a few of them at the end here. So without further delay, come and join us over on the Discord. If you haven't done so already, where have you been? Let's go. Let's go and have a look at the games we've got lined up. Here's just some of them. So like I just said, if you've not joined us on the Discord, the link is in the description of this video. Come and say hello, join us over there. I'll be sharing all of these games that we're looking at today throughout the week and curating all of the new games, of which there's hundreds released every week, but all the best ones I'm curating throughout the week, and you can vote on them if you so wish to do so. And you can actually influence what we play by chicking something, by having a little checkbox next to the game that you want to vote for that we'll play. But yeah, so best list on the YouTubes. We are curating everything, making sure we're choosing the very best ones that look interesting and sorting out all the others that we don't want to look at. So good to see everybody here. And what is up, Jason? Good to see you. So yeah, here's some of the list. It does go down further. So without further ado, join us in Discord. Link in the description. If you want to publish a game with us, do that as well. That's pretty cool. And yeah, some exciting things coming in the next couple of months. But let's go. Voodoo. Got a few new ones out. In no particular order, these, by the way. So let's have a look at this one. Now, this is circa 2018, 19 something. But this is really interesting, this one. So ball on a rope. Combining, it's got a real, well, let's have a look. We're going to play this today. How can they find these nice game ideas? Well, we can go through some of that, and if you keep tuned, we're going to go through and see how this idea came about. We're going to play it and find out. It looks very much like it's got a, what was it basketball dunk? What was the basket dunk from Voodoo? We might have a quick look at that, a really old one. It looks a lot like that mixed with cut the rope. So this looks exactly like sort of, I can't remember, basket dunk or something. But this is not a new, it is kind of flappy dunk. Thank you, Jason. Yeah, they did a flappy dunk with like, no, it's not flappy dunk. That's the one that goes across. So let's have a quick look here. Let's see if I can get it on here. It'd be right at the back of their portfolio. But it's a great idea. So if you've got any questions today, do let me know. Have an ask in that chat box, right? And we will deal with them as and when we can. It's called Basket Dunk or something. It's one of the first. It's for real, not there anymore. All right, and maybe it went back to the developer. Let's have a quick look. Because it reminds me of that. Basket dunk here we go. Oh, it is Voodoo. Here we go. So it's very similar to this in theory, in terms of, you see the this is a great game, by the way, one of the very first hyper casual. You can see there with all the flames and that, so it's very reminiscent of that. And flappy dunk in terms of the way that it's kind of taking that idea as well. And I think it's more like cut the rope, where this thing swings and we slice the rope to dunk the basketball. Human Tower IO is an old game. It's not that old, actually. Human Tower is, and we're going to cover that in a minute. Can you release a video with Russian translation? Okay. Tumdir. Good to know. What is up, Ali, by the way? What is Ev Tim? Nice to see you here again. And Parag. It's the same as Basketball from Cumbius. Is it? Okay. Well, like I said, I haven't played any of these games. Well, maybe a couple I have. I haven't played this one. We're going to take it through its paces today, right? So this is what's been released this week from Voodoo, right? This is brand new from Voodoo, which is a very goes against a lot of the thing. It's a 2D game, but let's play it and find out. So that's why we're just looking at what they're doing. I don't know that game, Basketful, but that's great knowledge. It's hard AF, is it? Okay. Well, let's find out because I'm rubbish, so we'll find out. So, Heavy Money is coming up next. Human Tower is from 2020. Check the version history. Yeah, so Frost Game Dev. Yeah, I think it's an old one, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's particularly. It's new to Voodoo, right? And a lot of these games, some of them reuse bundle IDs and stuff. But yeah, you're probably right. I haven't checked the release date, but it's new for Voodoo, right? So we can do some deep dive on that, but it doesn't really matter. But a lot of the time they're an old game that a developer's been working on, and then they put it to Voodoo as a new idea or whatever, right? So this one looks quite interesting. They're using like a wiggly hand type FPS view on this one. So this one's looks worth checking out. Very different. I really don't know what to make of this one, but kind of interesting. And we like different is typically better than good, right? So we like to pick some of the different ones to make sure that we're just getting a broad range of stuff. So that, and all these links are in the description below, by the way. And if you're inside the Academy, which you can join from a link somewhere down below as well, you can get the replays on this and a little bit of write-up as well. So this one looks really nice from Mossa Games. It's an arcade idol. Oof, no panic on the screenshots there. So like a desert island survival type thing, which is kind of nice. That's kind of fun. Graphics seem okay. Kind of more realistic than I'd like personally, but this is quite an interesting theme, I thought. You know, the survival games are super popular on all platforms, especially Steam. I don't know if anyone's done an idle raft survivor yet. We've kind of got one here at home. But yeah, this is kind of interesting, right? EsoCorp, what's up, Rabia and Co? This one looks super fancy. So they do a lot of like Pokemon type thing, right? And yeah, Vitalana, the Russian thing. I will look to make sure that we get the I forget what they call it, the captions on YouTube. We'll look into that to make sure we can get that done for you. So this is some sort of fighting thing from the screenshots. Very nice graphics, good models, nice contrast. Almost looks like a Final Fantasy type thing to me. I don't know. But this might be worth checking out. It certainly looks like well built. Nice GUI. I like the fonts. They're pretty nice. And all sorts of things. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to burn through these a little bit today. But these links are here for you to check out, the ones that you find most interesting. Fashion Merge, I thought I'd choose this one. This one was actually from Oleg pointed me out to this, one of the publisher managers here at Homa, and it's from the guys who did Fashion Universe. So this is another arcade idol type game. He thinks it's going to struggle on the CPI, but we'll see on that. But this is kind of neat, like a shopping type idol arcade, which is always, you know, going to hit a certain demographic. Not much to look at, but it looks like you can go to different stores, so that's kind of a neat idea, right? So yeah, whoever said, you know, how do they get ideas for these games? You know, one of the things you can do is watch these streams every week where we're going to pick up on all of these, and you think, I like that game, but what if you change it to this or do that, right? Very much the same as Voodoo's Visualize. What is that, Faisal? Yeah, it is. Very much so. Very similar indeed. I'm looking forward to this next one, Hit and Run Solo Leveling from Supercent. Oh, I've got a video. Whoop, whoop. So this is really cool, right? Kind of like a mad run and chop type thing. Looks really nicely built. Kind of not dissimilar to, who was it? I think it was Game Jam that released a few similar games like this. But I thought this looks fun. Nice bonus at the end there. So we're going to check this one out today. Ooh, what is that? How about that? It's a pretty good App Store preview video, I thought. So yeah, we're going to check this one out today because I like the quality of it. It looks fun. It looks like they've spent some time on it. That character is really big as well, which I find quite... Oh, it's not so big there. So yeah, let's check it out. They've got some... there's all sorts of things going on with this one. So we're going to play this one today. I kind of fancy taking a look at that one, which is a runner. Runner coaster from Jewel Cat. So I'm not even sure what this is, but it looks kind of neat. Really nice scale in it. Obviously the coaster things can be quite popular. I don't know how you control this game. Look at that. That's a cool screenshot, right? That's pretty fun. Some good tracks. I like the way you can see the track in the background there. Always adds some like anticipation and some sort of production value there. So this looks pretty cool. Some loop-the-loops. That's pretty smart. Maybe they should add these little dudes in red or something to pop them out from that blue background, but you know. So there you go. There's another one for you. Very different, yeah. All right, so Human Tower. So Human Tower is allegedly an old one, right? Updated human stealing hotfix, new maps, fixes, new map farm. Okay, so this is an old one, but I only noticed it from Voodoo. So have I just totally derped out and this isn't a new one at all? Look at that, the latest reviews. Maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe Human Tower is an old game, is it? Alright, well I'd never noticed this one. How about that? Alright. Well, this is pretty cool. I have never... that you must be right then. I have never seen this game before. So not quite sure why it's ended up on my radar, but what I thought was interesting was the fact that I knew about Tower Run, which was the original sort of Tower Runner game where you stacked up, which we covered way back when here at the Academy. And I thought it was like an evolution of that, but maybe it's not. So maybe I stand corrected. And one of the things what made me think about that is that we know that Hold.io from Voodoo have done so well. If you don't know this game, I'll be surprised. And we saw just recently from Rollick the sort of a really arcade idle light version of this game using the Hold.io mechanic and making it way more arcadey and a very simple level up system. So I thought it was kind of neat that it was sort of pulling in from the past. Certainly this one remains true, but maybe we hold judgment on the Human Tower. That's really weird. If anyone can confirm that is an old one, I'd much appreciate that. And getting down here real quick, Prison for No Reason from 24 Play. Thought this looked kind of neat. Another arcade idle-esque type game. Looks kind of into one. I guess you just got to try and run the prison here. But yeah, we're certainly seeing a lot more bigger, more fleshed out titles. Look at that. Almost reminds me of that like Prison Architect or something. So has anyone played any of these games? Apart from that really old one. But yeah, if you can confirm the actual release date from that Voodoo game, do you think any IO games can become arcade idle? I think yes. I think they probably could. I can't think of any off the top of my head. Listen to tons of audiobooks while playing Hold.io. It's great. Yeah, Hold.io. That is easy to say. Hold.io is awesome, right? Is visually cute, this one, isn't it? It's very nice and bright, high contrast, which is really good. This one's really nice. So this one's worth checking out. I'm going to try 2 years by the look of it. It's me then. I've totally made a mistake there. Well, thank you, everybody. Sorry about that. All right, so maybe we'll download a different one today. And then I really thought that was a new one. I'd never seen Human Tower IO. It's really bloody good, by the way. I highly recommend it. I thought it was really smart. Another new one from Voodoo. This is new, I promise. I've got to check it now. Version history 2 weeks ago. There we go. So, finally went over to the Voodoo account. A very different sort of game from Voodoo, this one. So, literally, you got I mean, it's showing you exactly what you. I mean, it's a great screenshot, right? There's no mistaking what we got to do. No doubt we got to drag that green shape there onto to make the symmetry, to make a. I think I'm going to sneeze. Interesting. To make the. Oh my goodness. To make a green cross here, right? Does it show us? No, it doesn't show us. But you get the point. So then it becomes more of a little puzzle game of mirroring what's on the left and recreating it over on the right. So that's kind of neat. Classic little pixel dude here. So brand new from Voodoo. 3-star system in that. Cool, that's starting to look complicated. Yeah, it does look hard. Alright, so that's fresh out the gates from Voodoo. Excuse me. This one, I might have a look. I'm going to get it now because I really fancy the look of this one. We'll watch the video. Let's just download it. If I can get my fingerprint on it. There we go. This looks really cool to me. I really like the colours of this. It's kind of a, I don't know what this is, but it's kind of funky, right? So I don't know what you got to do. Guess maybe, I have no idea. Are you turning them all yellow? What do you have to do here? I guess you got to try and hit the blue ones or something. So looks like there's quite a lot of luck involved in this one. Certainly an interesting one though. I mean, what do you guys think? Looks any good? What do you think? It looks all right. So let's bounce from Ali Koroglue. No doubt that is a testing with someone. Turn all the blue to yellow. I think you're right there, Jill. Yeah. Right on the end here that came in yesterday for me in the UK is Build Up from the Voodoos. So, fresh out the gate, another 2D game. This is super weird, right? So, are we seeing some 2D games? So, can 2D games work? Well, look. 2 from the Voodoo in as many days almost. Build Up is a super old game, is it? Why am I getting what's happening here then? What's my sources going on here? Oops. Something's gone seriously wrong here. Let me have a look, Faisal. Oh, it's had an update. Oh my goodness, yeah. Look at that, 3 years old. Alright. So, not that I've got egg on my face or whatever. Whatever I picked up there, it's flagged them up as new games, but they're not. And because they're so old, I don't remember them. Which makes sense, actually. But yeah. Alright. So that's 2 off the list today then. So well done, chat. Sorry about that. It's been updating a lot. Yeah, I don't quite know. These were flagged as new games on the App Store. But yeah, this is the good. I'm going to go and show you what was the original inspiration for this. But maybe there's a 3D version that could be rebooted from this one, right? So this one originally was from World of Go, which was a big Steam game. It was won Game of the Year and won so many awards. But that Voodoo game was built from this concept, right? Market's in a weird place, so everyone's trying to milk their classic hits for some revenue. Maybe that's right. I'm not sure why it's flagged up as new. It's really weird because, like I said, because they're so old, I didn't recognise them. Yeah, look at this. Game of the Year, Game of the Year, Game of the Year. Which is basically the same premise as the Voodoo game, right? So apologies for that. They are old games, but hey, whatever. I stand corrected. But, you know, maybe let's take it as an opportunity. Could you make a 3D version of this one now that could actually bring some life into 2022? So there we go. There's a ton of games there today. I think we should just go and start and play some games. And if we give us plenty of time, let's move this one over here. Let's do this. And if we get time, I'll tell you what, let's move this one over as well, because this is still crushing on Google Play right now. That Snow Race. But let's have a look at Ball on Rope from the Voodoos. Oh, internal game. So, excuse me, just to give you, well, let's do let's do this anyway, right? Oh my god, okay. Right, so we are going to go onto airplane mode, so hopefully we don't get any adverts. We are here to play through the game. We are not here to give anyone a hard time, not here to flame anyone or roast anybody's game. It's not the intention. We're just going to play through them as anybody would, just so we can get a feel of exactly what is being released and give our honest thoughts on it. And maybe it will spark an idea for you. Maybe you can think, oh, what if they did this? You know, use it as a creative exercise just to hang out and play some games and see what's going on. Sound good? Let me know in the chat if that sounds good. Sounds good to me. And of course, if you're liking what we're doing here, gives a like on this video. You might as well. It's right there. Use your finger of power to click that button. So let's have a look at what we've got going on here. Typical sort of screen. I kind of like the fact that the rope, as it stopped, as I said, but the rope swinging on the different, like behind the A but above the 1. That's kind of above the on, which is kind of a nice touch. And tap to cut. So it is cut the rope, but we're just tapping and not. So on cut the rope, where's my camera? We would go like that to slice, like Fruit Ninja. On this, we're just tapping to cut the rope to make it fantastic. So yeah, I'm pretty good. I've got the best of 2, which is kind of impressive considering. Did I get 2 for? Oh, I got a perfect. Okay. So yeah, oh my god, I didn't mean to tap. All right. So instead of with Fruit Ninja, we slice on cut the rope to cut the rope. We just tap in, and we've got to gauge it to fly in this hole, which I'm going to be really horrible at. Hopefully we can go off the wall here. Ooh, okay. So yeah, it's got that dunk hit type fever mode trail on it, which is kind of neat. This is super 2D though. Very interesting. Ah, boo. Alright, so that was pretty rubbish. 15 to beat. So what do you think? I mean, I would not expect this to see. Oh, we got a donut. Whatever that does. Oh my goodness. It's been a long week. What can I say? And now we got a cow. Alright, so I'm not really sure what's going on. Okay, that's neat. Fluked it. Oh my god, I'm rubbish. Right, let's go home here. Where's the skins? Okay. This is quite sweet. So there's only, what, 11 skins there? Or 10 other than the one we start with. So that's pretty early. Kind of interesting really when you think it's only 2D graphics. You can go onto like Envato and get an animal pack of 50 for like $3 and just plug all those in, right? But yeah, it does feel like 2015 all of a sudden. This is very much what we would see back in the day. Yeah, I do like the way they've done the skins there as well, Gilles. But yeah, this is a very surprising release. Oh, I'm smashing it. Alright. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Alright. Oh, 11. Simple mechanic, high depth, high replayability. Now, I'm not sure about the depth there, Phaser. Where do you think the depth is coming from? I haven't really thought about it, but it doesn't appear to have a lot of depth right now. But yeah, it's certainly a fun little game. Yeah, me too, Colette. That's when we first started out. Actually, it will be, I think it's like 6 years when we had our double feature month on the App Store, which is kind of mad to me. We had Impossible Caves and Chaos Chambers, both double featured on the App Store at the same time, which when it actually meant something. Actually, Impossible Caves got up to number 7 overall on that week. Oh my goodness, which we made a ton of money. Depth, play safe, increase X meter, or play fast. Play safe. Yeah, I think there's a certain degree of agency. I wouldn't necessarily call it depth in terms, not the classic way I'd call that depth. I'd call it more, I'd call it more player agency, the fact like, so I can go quick here, like obviously I'm rubbish. But yeah, I think depth for me is more And it's just semantics at this point, but I associate depth with a little bit more of, a bit more meta and stuff like that. It's probably a Voodoo thing you're talking. Oh my God, I'm crap. 2011 to 2016 were the golden years of the App Store. Well, I have to agree. That's when we released all our games. And I think it was between 2015 and 17, we were featured every other month on the App Store. So we did really well in that era for the 2D stuff. So yeah, holds a special place for me, those times. So it's Dunk Master with Cut the Rope. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. That's what I said right at the start. Oh, let's get the mouse. All right. Kind of neat that they changed the whole skin of the game around when you pick up the heads, which I think is kind of nice. I'd love to, is it endless? I'm so rubbish. So there's a little meter at the top there that shows us that our next skin is filling up. This is why I need Jill's playing the game, because I'm terrible. But I'm just trying to think. Oh, I'm too impatient. I think for me it's endless, is it? Oh, look at that. That's really cool. So it doesn't take much, but come on. That's awesome. I really love it. I've got a special fond place for these 2D games. They're real fun. Oh, skills. Dunk it by Voodoo and cut the rope. Exactly. Is that not what I just said, right? So it's kind of that vibe, right? Oh, it's gone really hot here today. Fun fact, we had our hottest day in history here on Tuesday. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. But similar games with many names on it. Yeah, exactly. That was when reskinning and all of that was really at its height. You think it's bad now. Man alive, it was bad then. Another fun fact, I got 7 games pulled off the Google Play Store this week that were complete rips of our game, 99 Moons, that literally used all our graphics, our icons, everything. They just literally yoinked the source code and uploaded it to their account. So big ups to you lot. You've all got banned on Google. So don't steal people's stuff. It's rubbish. Am I doing skills of the year here or what? Come on now. Okay. Nice. Oh, the tension. I think this, I know I think, what do you think? All right, so we know what the game is. Before we go and move on to the next one, what do we think about smashing the like button, for one? You should definitely do that. And leave a message and tell me where you're from and say hello in the chat if you haven't done so already. But what do you think of this? It is a 2D game. Well, let's just do it. Let's do it by order of the fact. Out of 10, let's start there. Let me know what you think out of 10. If you haven't written anything in that chat, just put a number in out of 10, what you reckon here. Let's start with what you guys think out of 10, and let's see what we can draw from all of that. Yeah, simple gameplay is really, really at the core of everything. 7 for the animal head, says Jill. 7 for Colette. Payam is in for a 7. It's not epic, but still pretty good. I love these kind of skill-based games, better than overcomplicated arcade idols. Fair shout, Faisal. Yeah, it's horses for courses, isn't it? This is not the same as that. So 7.5, 6.5, 9 for Panos. So here's my question now then. So 7s and 9s. So we all agree that the core game is pretty fun and addictive, right? Which it is. It is that one more go. If you weren't as rubbish as me, it is kind of good fun, right? And of course, you can download it with all the links down below. It seems to me, I kind of want more. And I know we were all talking about, the few years back with the golden age of the App Store and all of that. it was a very different landscape then, and the barrier to entry was a lot higher, to be fair. But like, when we look at this game now, it's no more or less fun than a lot of the other games that we play. And as a pick-up snackable game, like I said, that dunk hit, if you haven't played that, it's such a fun game. That's like Flappy Bird mixed in with this, and it's the graphics on that are great. But what that game did have, it had, I don't know, I think this is missing something. Needs more, but the base game here, says Colette. Yeah. And thanks, Faisal, for answering Brew10. Yeah, all games that you'll see on these streams are Unity, almost without exception. I got the donut as well. So I appreciate that they're skinning the whole game up with the new skin. I think that's really good. But I don't know about Endless. I'm really conflicted about how I feel like an Endless game in 2022. I really feel like it could do with a break in the gameplay. I mean, there's no disputing that the core loop, it doesn't matter what it looks like. It doesn't matter if we've got stupid men dancing around. It doesn't matter if it's 3D. If it's inherently marketable and fun, it can do really well. Yeah, core loop is good. Progression is not there. That's it, Faisal. That is exactly it, man. That's exactly it. So, with that in mind, what could we do if this was your game? How do we add progression? So, you know, get a bit of a get your thinking caps on, as we say over here. What could you do to add some progression? If it's early and the devs need to add progression, what are they going to do and how are they going to do it? And this is a really good exercise to really think about how you can start thinking about your own games and different ways of looking at stuff. Stacking could be added. Snake-like multi-head, maybe. That could get real tricky, couldn't it? So you're thinking more of adding on to the core loop to add the progression. You could definitely turn it level based, which I think would give it a little bit more what I would class as depth, as in like a natural progression in the game. So after every 5 levels, you could literally change it up a little bit. It doesn't work so well because of the skins changing up the game. Why not add something from the 2048 games? Okay, so where are we taking that? So this is the exercise. I don't know, and these are, I'm going to go from your ideas, and as we talk about it and look at these games, we start to think about it, right? It's a really good exercise. Something we don't do. Oh, so into it. I love these games when I can do this as well, by the way, when it just, I don't have to keep it hot, keep my, oh my goodness, keep playing it all the time, right? Can we make a hyper casual game using C++? Well, I'll let the others answer that. I know the answer, but I'm going to make a mess of it. Reese says, earlier we saw 2048 in runner ideas implemented right. So can they be added in a 2D style game? Okay, I'd change that question a little bit. I don't think it's got anything to do with 2D. The 2048 is the multiplying stuff, and we've seen this in runners through the multiplying gates, and of course, like what's the pusher game from Voodoo had that element. There's another one as well. Brew10, basically, if you want to make a game that you want to try and get published and test with a publisher, i.e. Homa, if you want to test with us and any other publisher, let's face it, you need to build your game in Unity, primarily because all the technology that the publishers use SDKs that work with Unity. So don't think about anything else if you want to go down that road. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, the 2048 is not a 2D thing in my eyes. It's more to do with that is a game system or game mechanic, right? So you could definitely, I mean, for me here, so we'd have to think more of that 2048. What if we had different hoops here for different values, right? So there's two hoops underneath us now, and one of them is +8 and one of them is +16 or whatever, right? So I think you could definitely do that to add some depth to the actual level design, as it were. I think that could be a fun idea. The fever mode doesn't seem to last very long. Maybe you could get some power-ups to make your ball bigger or smaller, or make the hoop bigger. That could be something that you could do. Boo! 80 is not bad though. 2048 has a multiplication mechanic that can be added in this. We already have something in development but cannot discuss more about it. No, fair enough. And please don't share any of your ideas that you don't consider, you don't want stolen. Right, just don't do it. Can I publish my game on your own? Yeah, of course you can. You just need an Apple developer account. Costs you about $99, 79 probably, whatever it is nowadays, and a Google Play account, which I think is $25 still. But yeah, so I thought that was quite good. So the 2048 mechanic has definitely got some legs in this one. I'd look about, I think I would possibly try and ring fence each thing into 5 stages and have some sort of bonus round after every 5. So maybe, I mean, we don't pick up any secondary currency here. So maybe you could add diamonds in to buy super VIP skins or something. And every 5 you get a bonus round and you collect diamonds that way. That gives you something to head for. Make sense? What do we think? But pretty good, right? 2D Flappy Dunk / Cut the Rope by Voodoo in July 2022. 22. It's all the twos today. How about destruction element? Like your ball has some spikes on it and you can upgrade. Yeah, exactly. Something like that, Jason. And that's what I would call more depth of it, rather than player agency, where you give the player agency to control or play the game in many different ways. Almost leaning into that risk reward sort of thing, isn't it? Do it fast because it's fun, but it's more risky, right? All right, let's have a look at solo leveling. Very much a 2022 title, this one. I don't know why it always throws me. Oh my goodness, did I just allow that to give me pop-ups? Ooh, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Very cool. Is it going to let me play without adverts? That's the real question. Excuse me. This is looking sketchy, isn't it? All right, might have to kill it. Let's kill it. Let's turn the adverts on just to get it going, if nothing else. See if that was indeed the problem. Come on, Supercent. Do as a solid. Oh no, so random messages on the loading screen. That's always cool. There we go. So it needs, it does need adverts. Let's see if we can turn them off, just for the hell of it, so we don't get spammed. Might get one level out of this. So a ton of information as we open up this one. Level progression bar at the top, always powerful to give us so much information in such a small little space. Level 1, we can see we're on now. Level 3, we're going to get some sort of armor upgrade, and level 6, some sort of boss, which I think is really good. We have skins here, which looks like a fair few in there, and some specials, which is nice. Some we can open with videos, and some weapons. This is cool, isn't it? So we've got some good old weapons in there. And colour. What in tarnation is this? Is that an advert? Have I got the adverts cached? Okay. I don't know what this is. Well, that's Tap Nation's game, so I'm looking at an advert here. Oh wow, so bamboozled. That Mr. President was doing really well from Crazy Labs, but dropped down a little bit now on Google Play. Was number 1 at one point, I think, or number 2. Am I on a rewarded video here? Wow, that was super confusing to me. But yeah, it's always good to think about how we can do different things with different games. So just keep our brain and muscle going on the ideas, right?
I have all the power. What's next?
Oh my god, that is such a long advert. Come on now. I'm just going to go for it. So what was that? So we... Oh, right. Oh, wow. That was massively underwhelming. So that was the spin wheel to change the colour of our character. Wow. Yeah, I'd never seen that before. Yeah, it was pretty good, wasn't it? It was like... So there was the Crazy Lab one at the top and the Tap Nation advert down in the bottom. So there... That is really funky. That's kind of neat. Let's go. So, ooh. Okay, so controls real nice. He runs really fun. Good sound effects. Key. I love that popping sound. Sounds really good. Oh, what's this? Alright, so now I think we can say that's pretty juicy. Yes, Jason. That's a great observation. It's funny, isn't it? I only really notice it when it isn't. But yeah, really nice to see it optimized for iPad. Looks like the devs have tried a bit here. Level complete. 304 gems that we can up multiply by magnitude of this times gamification, but we will go 9 thanks. Kind of weird animation on that chest. I don't know if I like it or not. Looks a little bit janky for my eyes, but alright. And now 20% filled up. Look at that advert. 20% filled up to upgrade the skin, and we've got a little speech bubble there for the video, which I think is kind of neat. So we can get another 20% for watching a video, which I think is kind of great monetization. And I've got... Oh, I thought I was just about to get another ad then. Right, so nothing's changed. Oh, we've got some level ups here. Right, so I've got loads of diamonds. So start level. What is that doing though? So nice animation for the character when we did the level up. Start level. So we're starting at level 2. I want to see what this character looks like. So no... His swords aren't getting bigger, no? So it's literally just level. What am I... Can I... Alright, so it's a nice up. I don't see any physical change in our character, apart from it being level 6. Okay, oh, level 279. Level 30. Oh, okay, so I can't get any of these dudes. Right, okay. And then we... Why did I die? Right. So... Level indicator on the top increases retention. Level indicator on the top. Well, I should really try and kill these ads if I kill the game real quick, see if we can play it without the ads. The level indicator on the top increases retention. I don't think this is going to load, but we'll try it. I did. All right, cool. The level indicator. Are you talking about the stage progression level progression bar here, or are you talking about the one in game, if there is one? Oh, look at that. Oh no, that's super cool. I love it. Oh, look at that. It does a spin and everything. Get him. Oh, I could have got... What into... What? Wow, this is like... This got real fast, isn't it? That spinning character is very cool. Right, so the level progression, the level indicator at the top to increase retention. It definitely gives the player a sense of knowing exactly where they are in the game and exactly what they've got to, what's coming up. So yes, I would say it's a very powerful game design element to let the player know where you are in the game's universe. They're very common, and I would definitely recommend it. So anyone who knows these streams, please get your numbers in that chat now. So we want 3 numbers, 1 to 9 each one. Who's going to win? Ooh, Jill is there, and she says not seen a chest room for a while. No, it's been a while, isn't it? So what we got? 3, 4, and 6. Now, chest rooms for me. If you're going to do a chest room, I would really love you to give them the prize, or the best prize at the very first time, to give some free stuff away. So next time you can then hit them for a video because they know the benefit, right? Are they going to give us the best prize? What was it? 6. Just diamonds. All right, so I think we should have got the scissors then, to get us into the mode of winning the cool stuff that they would have given us. Oh, cool. So we can actually keep the chef's outfit for 2 videos. So there's some really interesting monetization stuff on here, which I really like. And I've got to keep an eye on the time. And let's see if we can get to... I'm just going to do this. Have I run out of monies? I run out of monies. Okay. Right, yeah, so we broke it because we put it on airplane. Some nice level design elements here. Oh, golden ticket. What in tarnation is going on with all of this? I don't know. That one? I don't know. Oh, wow. It certainly doesn't give you a lot of time to make your mind up. Oh, bonus gems. Look at all this monetization stuff. Do I just... I don't even know what I pressed. What's controlling that though? That's what I don't understand right now. I don't know what's controlling that end of level. I really want to try and get to the next thing. Ah, so that was level 3 when we had the chef skin. And now we're at the boss level here. Oh, look at this. This is kind of neat. Oh, that's giving us a ticket. So we have to get the ticket to... I don't know. What in tarnation is going on here? This is right out there, isn't it? Right. Oops. Level 24 we are. I don't know if I should be getting the... I should be getting the men really, shouldn't I, to up my levels? Uh-oh. Oh, look at this. How freaking cool is that? Am I going to die? What is going on? This is awesome. Damn it, we didn't win though, did we? How cool was that? Oh, and I can't do it now because I need a ticket. Map. Oh my goodness. I'm literally beside myself here. Look at all these bosses. Very cool indeed. So do I go back here? Very nice. So I highly recommend you download this one. We're not going to have the time to go through this, but they have packed a ton of stuff in here. And I should really be concentrating on these men more, I think. So the 2 levels of currency in the game kind of make more sense now. Good retention for win tickets, yeah. So I should get right at the end, right? Oh, I'm going down, I'm going smaller, am I? Look at this, what in tarnation? Wow, oh my good, how many things to go. Well, what a very cool indeed. So what do you think? As a runner, that kind of had a lot of stuff in it. Very nice. What do you think? Out of 10? 9 for Payham. Let's get a random skin while we're going. 8.5 for Jills. Oh, at least I got a ninja. That's pretty cool. 1 for that. What are we going? 8.5 for Jills. I just said that. Oh, I just broke the game. ASDF 10, really good. Wouldn't attract girls though. Don't think. Yeah, it's kind of masculine, I suppose, but I don't know about that so much. But yeah, I think you could be right. Oh, I can't get him. Damn it. 9 for Colette and she's a girl. Thierry's going for a 6. Bit tired of those runners, actually. Don't mind. No, I agree. I'm not a mad keen on the runners, but I think this is a really good one. I find this one super exciting. They've thought about a lot of things. It's highly polished. Some good monetization ideas. So I think this is pretty good, right? Oh, we've got 8 minutes. All right, so there we go. It's well worth checking out. Certainly if you're thinking about a runner, take some of that. That emboss thing, it's worth it for that. Honestly, that's how a boss should be. I thought that was excellent. All right, so that was hit and run. Let's go for Let's Bounce 3D then, because obviously I derped out on the age of those other 2 Voodoo games. Is that hyper casual God of War? Yeah, very much so, right? Ask not to drag. 9 for panels. I'm going to have a quick slurp and then we'll just have a quick look at this one. So if you haven't already, make sure you do hit that like button on this video. That helps me know that you're enjoying what we're doing here. We can come and do loads more. And come and join us over on the Discord. I asked a question over in the coffee break section, whether or not you want a monthly Q&A where we can go a little bit deeper. I can stay on these streams forever if you want, and we can answer all your questions live once a month as part of the Homa Academy. So do get yourself over there into the Discord. Go and leave a thumbs up or a thumbs down on that question over in coffee break about the monthly stream. I'm going to be looking to that whether we do it or not. So that is the place to, if you do, we're going to have to get plenty of likes in that Discord for us to put on a show every month for you. But if you want to ask questions specifically, then do go over there and give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down, or just don't do it basically. But if you do want a monthly stream and we can answer your specific questions, do that. I thought that runner was really good. So this one, I've forgotten the name of it. Let's Bounce 3D. Oops. Let's Bounce 3D. Drag to aim, and I think we just got to, as Jill said, we've just got to change the color of all these, like, I want to say piano keys. Okay. This is very different. Controls okay, I guess. Oh, did it? 1 star. Really? Oops. Oh. Oh, well, I definitely fluked it the first time. So can I go to level 2 now? Wow, alright. Okay, well this is different. Doesn't the controlling of this has got a doesn't feel massively nice to me. We played another game like this the other day and it was really nice to control. I'm not really sure what to make of this. Oh, I'm running out of I ran out of thing. Ugly gooey, but the idea seems fun. Yeah, so you can technically get it done with 1 hit if you drag and aim higher, says Aries. Alright. Drag and aim higher. Like how? I believe there are nice little sound effects playing notes on the I don't think so. I can turn the sound effect. I had to let go of that. We can turn the sound effects up. Let's have a look. Let's see. Oh, I forgot what that was on now. I don't know how loud this will be. Can you guys hear that? I can't hear that. I don't hear anything. No, I don't think there's any sound in this, unless I'm wrong. I think there's like that. Let's go next. No, there isn't any sound, is it? I turned it right up. But yeah, you'd imagine it would have piano notes here. That would make it really cool. Honestly, it's kind of puzzly. Oh, that took a funky old turn. And that's as far as I can throw that. Did I break it? Oh, I am skills. I broke it. That was pretty impressive. Aim for the white boxes on the edges. Is that what I'm doing wrong? All right. So yeah, listen, we didn't have any onboarding, right? So for Potato Head here, me, we should definitely have onboarding. Okay. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Oops. I mean, I don't know. What do we think? I think it's got some potential, this one. I don't think the onboarding did it any favours. I don't really know what it's doing. It is pinball, isn't it? It's got a pinball feel. I gotta say, the controls are not nice for me. They do work, but they just don't feel nice. No onboarding doesn't encourage the player. 3-star all the time, but why? Or failed instead of try again. Yeah, you're right. There's a few little tweaks we could definitely make there, panels. I think the onboarding. I mean, we didn't actually know what we had to do, right? I mean, I guess it's clear, but I like the arena. I think the bouncing works quite nice. I would like to change the controls a little bit. It's nice, but I think it's very hard, impossible to master. Well, that's it. Oh, I did it again. I am skills. Yeah, it's a luck game, which is a little bit frustrating some of the time. Honestly, I just can't be bothered with it, and that's really mean. And like I said, we're not here to roast the developer. And well done for getting it in the store. And I think you got something here, but I don't know. We're running out of time. Luckily, we saved. Probably not the best one till last. So let me know what you think. Has it got potential? No, that was loud. Has he got potential, this one? Be quite wacky if you could aim the balls off the walls for a match. Yeah, that was it. So with these sort of games, right? Why don't we want our games to be fun? So what would make this fun? Like Jill said, why don't we have on these silver things? Why don't we have a ×6? So I hit the ×6, and all of a sudden we got flipping, like 100 balls, right? Literally, the game 100 balls where you got the multipliers, and it bounces around, and it's just like fun. It's like a fun little toy, rather than like a kind of a little bit, feels a little bit like homework, and a little bit like and a little bit puzzly, but I can't really control it, and I don't know what these silver things do. They're really unpredictable. I mean, I haven't even fluked. Can I get past this level, do you think? Oh, I was robbed. Oops. Was it going to do it? Ah, boo. I'll bodge that one up as well. Alright. The controls are a bit janky. Come on in. Hey. The game definitely has potential. It feels similar to pinball, but the levels are not easy to understand. Then the onboarding, you need easier levels in at least 6 to 10. Yeah. So I look at these sort of games more of a toy game, right? Oh, there we go. ×2, ×3. Oh, that's kind of fun. Never going to get it. What's happening there? Oh, God. Need something. Yeah, so this should be... It's got more of a toy type feel to it, right? Oh, my goodness. This is almost irritating now. And this thing's way too hard to actually hit. Do you feel me? Alright. And, by the way, this power-up, if you're doing power-ups, make your power-ups like mental. Have them super fun. There's no point having a ×1. Like, this should be like ×5. I mean, it's just too difficult. It's not fun because it's too janky. Now they added the 2048 multiplication later on level 3. They are multiple balls. Wouldn't you think it'd be better to have a ×3 on this little platform here, right? Hit that one, ×3, easy. Now, this one flying around, this should be like the mega job where you get 50, which is just good fun to do it. That ×3 should be normal. It's just not fun enough, right? See what I mean? This would be really fun if there's loads around, and it would make the whole game a lot easier because you just fluke your way to win all the time. Do you see what I'm saying? It's oh my god, the controls are so weird. So yeah, always remember, like, don't be afraid to make your games fun, right? You need a smaller level so it's easier to go through than the multi. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. So I think this one definitely, unfortunately for me, fails in terms of the difficulty level of the game straight away was so hard. You know, you could have even on that for the onboarding, you could have just had one of those like piano tiles or the platforms, just one, and make the player hit it and go, congrats, you've done it. And then build up the levels from that. But the introduction on the ×3 thing, which was really skill based, which was actually quite hard, and only went up to 3, which you may be nerfed for the first time we've seen it, but you should make it easy for your players to actually achieve it, right? It just seemed way too hard. Ray Roylite. What is up, Ray? Good to see you here. Looks like a game from Dave and Buster's. They can add features to make it fun. Yeah, I think that's a fair shout. I think they needed to chill out and make it way more fun from the offset. Almost like is it Peggle? Almost like a Peggle for you just want it to go a bit stupid, right? So there we go. That was the lineup. Loads of games today. We had Ball on Rope from Voodoo, which was our throwback to 2015, which was a really fun and surprisingly fun, but looked like a very early build, internal from Voodoo. Only 10 skins that's launched with for a 2D game. That is almost unforgivable, but to be fair, each skin changed the whole look of the game. Something we saw them do, the Voodoo team, on Paper.io 4, which they did remarkably well. So a really strong release. Interesting to see how that one will do, being a 2D game, but super fun. Dunk Hit versus Cut the Rope, but instead of Fruit Ninja slices on Cut the Rope, you just tap the screen and it's a touch timing game. So I thought that was really fun. Solo Leveling, which was an off the charts OP runner, which I highly recommend you download. All the links are below, by the way. Go and download that one. It was a lot of fun. The boss level in itself, I thought that was awesome, where it's almost superhero status. I can't think what almost like a Superman, like dosh 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 dosh, like, or the Flash or whatever, like hacking up that big boss, which we had to pick a ticket up for or collect a ticket in the level, which added that extra sort of skill to it. A chess room, end of level gamification, dual currency in terms of diamonds, and leveling up our character by swiping the men. It had it all going on there. So I highly recommend checking that out. Get some ideas if you're doing a runner. Definitely worth checking it out. And then obviously Let's Bounce that we just played. I think we just sort of covered that. Good potential, that one. Kind of a really fun idea. Just for me, the controls let it down on iPad. They let it down on iPad. And they forgot to make it fun. It wasn't fun to play. Honestly, I mean, I really hope that they have another look at it and they're, oh, okay, let's make it a little bit more fun right off the start. But that's ultimately what we're always trying to do. Is your game fun? Because if you can get your core loop fun, then people will forgive that there's no levels. They will, like the Voodoo one, right? That was an endless game, and we haven't seen one of them in a hot blooming minute. I can't remember the last time we played an endless game, which is kind of weird, right? But that's what they built, and we kept playing it. Why? Because it was fun. And there's the difference. Doesn't matter if it's 2D or 3D. If you really nail the fun factor, then you have got a chance. So, thank you, everybody. I am going to wrap up for today. Don't forget, I run out of drink, so thanks for that. Don't forget to come and join us over on the Discord. I will be posting throughout the week all the new games that we play, and I'm curating all of these games, so you don't need to look anywhere else for new games. I'm looking all over the place, and we are literally taking the very best ones and listing them here each and every Friday, and we're going to play some. So if you've got any games, let me know over on the Discord. Add them to the new thread that is up there in the live stream section each week. Go and hit that subscribe button and the like button, leave a comment and all of that good stuff. If you're watching on the replay, well done for getting this far, and well done for getting this far with joining me live today. So thank you so much, everyone. Super appreciate it. I can't do it without you, all you guys in the chat. Come and join me. And of course, if you're looking for a publisher, check out the link below for testing the game with us here at Homa Games. We will help you every step of the way. We will take your game, your prototype, we will pay for the advertising and test it for you for marketability. And it's a perfectly self-service dashboard, so we will test your game on the market and look for the KPIs and see what it does. So with all that said and done, thanks everyone. Thanks Claire, Jason, Panos, Cerise, Thierry, Jill, Cerise, all of you in the chat. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Remember to relax. I'm going to get it in on time. Remember, Jilly, games don't make themselves. See you next week, guys. Ta-da.